Chapter 20 of the Complete Book of Cheese. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. The Complete Book of Cheese by Robert Carlton Brown. Chapter 20. L to M. Labneh, Syria. Sour milk. La Foncée, or Fromage de Pau, France. Cream cheese. Lagerkäse, USA. Semi-dry and mellow. While lager means merely to store, there is more than a subtle suggestion of lager beer here. Laguiole, fromage de, and Guiole, Aveyron, France. An ancient Cantal type said to have flourished since the Roman occupation. Many consider Laguiole superior to Cantal. It is in full season from November to May. La Mothe Bougon, La Mothe Saint-Héré, Poitou. Goat cheese made from May to November. Lancashire, or Lancaster, North England. White, crumbly, sharp. A good Welsh rabbit cheese if you can get it. It is more like Cheshire than Cheddar. This most popular variety in the north of England is turned out best at Fylde, near the Irish Sea. It is a curiosity in manufacture, for often the curds used are of different ages, and this is accountable for a loose, friable texture, deep orange in colour. Landelkäse, or Gessing, Austria. Skim milker similar to US brick. Square loaves, 4 to 8 pounds. Langlois Blue, USA. A Colorado blue with an excellent reputation, though it can hardly compete with Roquefort. Langres, Haute-Marne, France. Semi-hard, fermented whole milk. Farm-made, full-flavoured, high-smelling Limburger type, similar to Maroilles. Ancient of days, said to have been made since the time of the Merovingian kings. Cylindrical, 5 by 8 inches, they weigh 1½ to 2 pounds. Consumed mostly at home. Lapland, Lapland. Reindeer milk. Resembles hard Swiss. Of unusual shape, both round and flat, so a cross-section looks like a dumbbell with angular ends. Laredo, Mexico. Soft, creamy, mellow, made and named after the North Mexico city. Larron, France. A kind of Maroilles. Latticini, Italy. Trade name for a soft water buffalo product as creamy as Camembert. Laume, lait. Burgundy, France. Made from November to July. Lauterbach, Germany. A breakfast cheese. Leaf, see Chill. Leather, Leder or Holstein Dairy, Germany. A skim milker with 5 to 10% buttermilk, all from the great milch cows up near Denmark in Schleswig-Holstein. A technical point in its making is that it's broken up with a harp or a stirring stick and stirred with a Danish stirrer. Lebani, Syria. Dessert cottage cheese often served with yogurt. Lecco Formaggini di, Italy. Soft, cow or goat, round dessert variety, representative of a cheese family as big as the human family of most Italians. Lays, see Appenzeller, festive, No. 2. Le Guérin, Lorraine, France. Half-dried, small, salted, peppered and sharp. The salt and pepper make it unusual, though not as peppery as Italian pepato. Leicester, England. Hard, shallow, flat millstone of cheddar-like cheese weighing 40 pounds. Dark orange and mild to red and strong, according to age. With Wiltshire and Warwickshire, it belongs to the Derbyshire type. An ancient saying is, Leicester cheese and watercress were just made for each other. Leidsekraas, see Leyden. Leonessa, a kind of pecorino. Leroy, USA. Notable because it's a natural cheese in a mob of modern processed. Le Roux, France. Goat, in season from February to September, and not eaten in fall or winter months. Leskin, Caucasus. Curious, because the sheep's milk that makes it is milked directly into a sack of skin. It is made in the usual way, rennet added, curd broken up, whey drained off, curd put into forms and pressed lightly. But after that it is wrapped in leaves and ropes of grass. After curing 2 weeks in the leaves, they are discarded, the cheese salted and wrapped up in leaves again for another ripening period. The use of a skin sack again points the association of cheese and wine in a region where wine is still drunk from skin bags with nozzles, as in many wild and mountainous parts. Les Petits Bressins, Bresse, France. Small goat cheeses named from food famous Bresse, of the plump pullets, and often stimulated with brandy before being wrapped in fresh vine leaves, like Les Petits Bannons. Les Petits Fromages, see Petit Fromage Ntivier. Le Vacherin. Name given to 2 entirely different varieties. No. 1, Vacherin à la main. No. 2, Vacherin fondu. See Vacherin. Levroux, Berry, France. a goat cheese in season from May to December. Leyden, Komijnekaas, caraway cheese, from Holland. Semi-hard, tangy with caraway. Similar Delft. There are two kinds of Leyden that might be called farm fat and factory thin, for those made on the farms contain 30 to 35% fat against 20% in the factory product. Liederkranz, see Chapter 4. Limburger, see Chapter 3. Lincoln, England, cream cheese that keeps 2 to 3 weeks. This is in England, where there is much less refrigeration than in the USA, and that's a big break for most natural cheeses. Lindenhof, Belgium. Semi-soft, aromatic, sharp. Lipta, Liptauer, Liptoi, Hungary. A classic mixture with condiments, especially the great peppers from which the world's best paprika is made. Liptauer is the regional name for brinza as well, and it's made in the same manner of sheep milk and sometimes cow. Salty and spready, somewhat oily, as most sheep milkers are. A fairly sharp taste with a suggestion of sour milk. It is sold in various containers and known as pickled cheese. See Chapter 3. Lipto, Hungary. Soft, sheep, white, mild and milky taste. A close relative of both Liptauer and brinza. Little Nippy, USA. Processed cheese with a cute name, wrapped up both plain and smoky, to slice and serve for cheese trays, mash or whip for spreading. But no matter how you slice, mash and whip it, it's still processed. Livarot, Calvados, France. Soft paste, coloured with annatto brown to deep red. Also, uncommonly, fresh and white. It has the advantage over Camembert, made in the same region, in that it may be manufactured during the summer months when skim milk is plentiful and cheap. It is formed in cylinders 6 by 2 inches and ripens several months in the even temperature of caves, to be eaten at its best only in January, February and March. By June and afterward it should be avoided. Similar to Mignon too. Early in the process of making, after ripening 10 to 12 days, the cheeses are wrapped in fresh laiche leaves, both to give flavour and help hold in the ammonia and other essentials for making a strong, piquant Livarot. Livlander, Russia. A popular hand cheese, a most unusual variety, because the cheese itself is red, not the rind. Locatelli, Italy. A brand of pecorino, differing slightly from Bomano pecorino. Lodigiano or Lombardo. Lodi, Italy. Sharp, fragrant, sometimes slightly bitter, yellow. Cylindrical, surface coloured dark and oiled. Used for grating. Similar to Parmesan, but not as fine in quality. Longhorn, from Wisconsin, USA. This fine American cheddar was named from its resemblance to the longhorn of a popular milking breed of cattle, or just from the longhorn breed of cow that furnished the makings. Lorraine, Germany. Hard, small, delicate. Unique because it's seasoned with pistachio nuts besides salt and pepper. Eaten while quite young, in 2-ounce portions that bring a very high price. Lumburger, Belgium. Semi-soft and tangy dessert cheese. The opposite of Limburger because it has no odour. Lunch, Germany and USA. The same as breakfast and Frühstück, a Limburger type of eye-opener. Lüneburg, West Austria. Swiss type, saffron-coloured, made in a copper kettle. Not as strong as Limburger, or as mild as Emmentaler, yet piquant and aromatic with a character of its own. Luxembourg, USA. Tiny tinfoil type of Liederkranz. A mild, bland, would-be Camembert. M. Maconnais, France. Soft, goat's milk, 2 inches square by 1.5 inches thick. Macala, Oise, France. Soft Camembert type, made in the same region, but sold at a cheaper price. Madridejos, Spain. Named for Madrid, where it is made. Magdeburger Kuhkäse, Germany. Cow cheese, made in Magdeburg. Magerkäse, see Holstein skim milk. Magenta Sorte, Italy. A term for Parmesan types made between April and September. Magui, Belgium. Also called fromage mou. Soft, white, sharp, spread. Maigre, France. A name for brie made in summer and inferior to both the winter gras and spring migras. Mele, Crimea. Sheep, cooked, drained, salted, made into forms and put into a brine bath where it stays sometimes a year. Male Pene, fat cheese, Crimea. Sheep, crumbly, open texture and pleasing flavour when ripened. Mainauer, German. Semi-hard, full cream, round, red outside, yellow within. Weight 3 pounds. Mainzer Hand, German. Typical hand cheese, kneaded by hand thoroughly, which makes for quality pressed into flat cakes by hand, dried for a week, packed in kegs or jars and ripened in the cellar 6 to 8 weeks. As in making bread, the skill in kneading Mainzer makes a worthy craft. Majocchino, Sicily, Italy. An exceptional variety of the three usual milks mixed together. Goat, sheep and cow, flavored with spices and olive oil. A kind of incanestrato. Malakoff, France. A form of Neuchâtel about a ½ inch by 2 inches, eaten fresh or ripe. Manicamp, French Flanders. In season from October to July. Mano Queso de, Venezuela. A kind of Venezuelan hand cheese, as its Spanish name translates. See Venezuelan. Mano House, see Herrgårdsost. Manteca butter, Italy. Cheese and butter combined in a small brick of butter with a covering of mozzarella. This is for slicing, not for cooking, which is unusual for any Italian cheese. Manur or manuri, Yugoslavia. Sheep or cow's milk heated to boiling, then cooled until the fingers can be held in it. A mixture of fresh whey and buttermilk is added with the rennet. The curd is lifted from the whey in a cloth and allowed to drain. When it is kneaded like bread, lightly salted and dried. Maquet, Belgium. Another name for fromage mou, soft cheese. Marchese, Tuscany, Italy. Ewe's milk, hard. Margarine, England. An oily cheese made with oleomargarine. Margherita, Italy. Soft, cream, small. Marienhofer, Austria. Limburger type. About 4½ inches square and 1 to 1½ inches thick. Weight about a pound. Wrapped in tin foil. Märkisch or Märkisch Hand, Germany. Soft, smelly, hand type. Maroilles, Marolles, Marolles. Flanders, France. Semi-soft and semi-hard. Halfway between Pont-l'Evêque and Limburger. Full flavour, high smell, reddish-brown rind, yellow within. 5 inches square and 2¼ inches thick, some larger. Martha Washington aged cheese, USA. Made by Casper of Bear Creek, Wisconsin. See under Wisconsin in Chapter 4. Mascarpone or Maccherone, Italy. Soft, white, delicate fresh cream from Lombardy. Usually packed in muslin or gauze bags, 1/4 to ½ pound. Mackintosh, Alaska. An early Klondike cheddar named by its maker, Peter Mackintosh, and described as being as yellow as that Alaskan gold, which brought at times about ounce for ounce over mining camps' counters. The Cheddar Box by Dean Collins. McLaren's, USA. Pioneer Club type of snappy cheddar in a pot. Originally made in Canada, now by Kraft in the USA. Meadowbloom, USA. Made by the Iowa State College at Ames. Mecklenburg Skim, Germany. No more distinguished than most skim milkers. Meilbou, France. Made in the Champagne district. Mein Käse, USA. Sharp, aromatic, trademark package. Melfa, USA. Excellent for a processed cheese. White, flavoursome, packed in half moons. Melon, France. Brown red rind, yellow inside. High smelling. There is also a Brie de Melun. Mentelto, Italy. Sharp, goat, from the Mentelto Mountains. Mérignac, France. Goat. Merovingian, northeast France. Semi-soft, white, creamy, sharp. Historic since the time of the Merovingian kings. Meursain, France. Lightly cooked. Mercitre, Crimea. Eaten when fresh and unsalted. Also when ripened. Soft, ewe's milk. Maisost, Sweden. Whey, sweetish. Metton, Franche-Comté, France. Season October to June. Meuse, France. Soft, piquant, aromatic. Midget Salami Provolone, USA. This goes baby gooders and eaters one better by being a sort of sausage too. Mignon, Calvados, France. White, No. 1. Soft, fresh, in small cubes or cylinders. In season only in summer, April to September. Passe, No. 2. Soft but ripened and in the same forms but only seasonal in winter, October to March. Similar to Pont-l'Evêque and popular for more than a century. It goes specially well with Calvados cider, fresh, hard or distilled. Micras, name given to spring brie midway between fat winter gras and thin summer maigre. Milano Stracchino di Milano Fresco Quardo, Italy. Similar to Bel Paese, yellow with thin rind, 1½ to 2 3/4 inches thick, 3 to 6½ pounds. Milk mud, see Schlickermilch. Millefiore, Milan, Italy. 1,000 flowers, as highly scented as its sentimental name. Yet no cheeses are so freshly fragrant as these flowery alpine ones. Milltown Bar, USA. Robust texture and flavour reminiscent of free lunch and old-time bars. Milk cheeses. Milks that make cheese around the world. Ass, buffalo, camel, chamois, elephant, goat, human, see mother's milk, llama, mare, reindeer, sea cow, Amazonian legend, sheep, Whale, legendary, sea whale cheese. Yak, zebra, zebu. US pure food laws prohibit cheeses made of unusual or strange animals' milk, such as camel, llama or zebra. Milwaukee Kümmelkäse and Handkäse, USA. Aromatic with caraway, brought from Germany by early immigrants and successfully imitated. Minas, Brazil. Named for the Brazilian state of Minas Gerais, where it is made. Semi-hard, white, round 2-pounder, often chalky. The two best brands are one called Primavera, Spring, and another put out by the Swiss professors who teach the art at the Agricultural University in the state capital, Belo Horizonte. Minnesota Blue, USA. A good national product known from coast to coast. Besides blue, Minnesota makes good all-American brick and cheddar, natural nationals to be proud of. Mintsitra in Macedonia and Mintsitra in Greece. Sheep, soft, succulent, and as pleasantly greasy as other sheep cheeses from Greece. It's a byproduct of the fabulous feta. Modena Monte, USA. Made in USA during World War II. Parmesan type. Mohawk Limburger Spread, USA. A brand that comes in 1-pound jars. Moliterno, Italy. Similar to Caciocavallo. Monceau, Champagne, France. Semi-hard, similar to Maroilles. Moncenisio, Italy. Similar to Gorgonzola. Montseer, Montseer Schachtelkäse, Montseer Schlosskäse, Austria. This little family with a lot of long names is closely related to the Münster tribe, with very distant connections with the mildest branch of the Limburgers. The Schachtelkäse is named from the wooden boxes in which it is shipped, while the Schlosskäse shows its class by being called castle cheese, probably because it is richer than the others, being made of whole milk. Money made of cheese from China. In the Chase National Bank collection of monies in the world, there is a specimen of cheese money, about which the curator, Farhan Zerbi, writes, "A specimen of the so-called cheese money of northern China, 1850 to 1870, now in the Chase Bank collection, came to me personally some 30 years ago from a woman missionary, who had been located in the field, where she said a cake form of condensed milk, and referred to as cheese, was the medium of exchange amongst the natives. It, like other commodities, particularly compressed tea, was prized as a trading medium in China, in that it had value as nutriment, and was sufficiently appreciated by the population as to be exchangeable for other articles of service." Monk's Head, see Tête de Moine. Monostora, Transylvania, Romania. Ewe's milk. Monsieur, France. Soft, salted, rich in flavour. Monsieur Fromage, see Fromage de Monsieur Fromage. Montana, Catalonia. A mountain cheese. Montasio, Austria and Italy. Usually skimmed goat and cow milk mixed. When finished, the rind is often rubbed with olive oil or blackened with soot. It is eaten both fresh, white and sweet, and aged, and when it is yellow, granular and sharp with a characteristic flavour. Mostly used when 3 to 12 months old, but kept much longer and grated for seasoning, widely imitated in America. Montauban de Bretagne Fromage de, Brittany, France. A celebrated cheese of Brittany. Montavona, Austria. Sour and sometimes sweet milk, made tasty with dried herbs of the Achatea family. Mont Blanc, France. An alpine cheese. Mont Cenis, southeastern France. Usually made of all three available milks, cow, goat and sheep. It is semi-hard and blue-veined like the other Roquefort imitations Gex and Semoncel. Primitive methods are still used in the making, and sometimes the ripening is done by penicillium introduced in mouldy bread. Large rounds, 18 by 6 to 8 inches, weighing 25 pounds. Mont des Cas, French Flanders. Trappist monk-made Port-Salut. Montdidier, France. A fresh cream. Mont d'Or-le or Mont d'Or. Lyonnais, France. Soft, whole milk, originally goat, now cow, made throughout the Rhone Valley. Fat, golden yellow and relished by financiers, according to Victor Mersey. Between Brie and Pont-l'Evêque, but more delicate than either, though not effeminate. Alpin and Riola are similar. The best is still turned out at Mont d'Or, with runners-up in Saint-Cyr and Saint-Didier. Montavona, Austria. A sour milker made fragrant with herbs added to the curd. Monterey, Mexico. Hard, sharp, perhaps inspired by Monterey Jack that's made in California and along the Mexican border. Monterey Jack, see Chapter 4. Monterey, Seine-et-Oise, France. Whole or partly skimmed milk, soft in quality and large in size, weighing up to 5½ pounds. Notable only for its patriotic tricolour in ripening, with whitish moulds that turns blue and has red spots. Montpellier, France. Sheep. Moravian, Czechoslovakia. Semi-hard and sharp. Morbier, Bresse, France. In season from November to July. Mostoffé, France. A little-known product of Champagne. Mother's milk. In his book about French varieties, Les Fromages, Maurice des Ambiaux sums up the many exotic milks made into cheese and recounts the story of Paulbert, who served a cheese as white as snow that was so delicately appetizing it was partaken of in religious silence. All the guests guessed, but none was right. So the host announced it was made of lait de fin, and an astounded turophile exclaimed that all of us are cannibals. Mountain, Bavaria. Soft, yellow, sharp. Mountain Azeldorf. See Azeldorf. Mount Hope, USA. Yellow, mellow, mild and porous California cheddar. Mouse or Mousetrap, USA. Common name for young green cracked leathery and rubbery low-grade store cheese fit only to bait traps. When it's aged and sharp, however, the same cheese can be bait for caseophiles. Mozzarella, Italy. Soft, water buffalo milk, moistly fresh and unripened. Bland white cooking cheese put up in balls or big bowl-like cups, weighing about a half pound and protected with wax paper. The genuine is made at Cardito, Aversa, Salernitano, and in the Mazzoni di Capua. Like ricotta, this is such a popular cheese all over America that it is imitated widely, and often badly, with a bitter taste. Mozzarella affumicata, also called scamozza, Italy. Semi-soft, smooth, white, bland, unsalted, put up in pear shapes of about 1 pound, with tan rind from smoking. Eaten chiefly sliced, but prized, both fresh and smoked, in true Italian one-dish meals, such as lasagna and pizza. Mozzarinelli, Italy. A pet name for a diminutive edition of mozzarella. Mrsav, see Sir Posny. Münster, Germany. German originally, now made from Colmar, Strasbourg and Copenhagen to Milwaukee in all sorts of imitations, both good and bad. Semi-hard, whole milk, yellow inside, brick red outside. Flavour from mild to strong, depending on age and amount of caraway or anise seed added. Best in winter season from November to April. Münster is a worldwide classic that doubles for both German and French. Jérôme is the standard French type of it, with a little longer season beginning in April and a somewhat different flavour from anise seed. Often, instead of putting the seeds inside, a dish of caraway is served with the cheese for those who like to flavour to taste. In Alsace, Münster is made plain and also under the name of Münster or Cumin because of the caraway. American imitations are much milder and marketed much longer. They are supposed to blend the taste of Brick and Limburger. Maybe they do. Mustard, USA. A processed domestic Gruyere type. Mijithra, imitated with goat's milk in southern Colorado. Miesost, Mutost, Scandinavia. Made in all Scandinavian countries and imitated in the USA. A whey cheese, buttery, mild and sweetish with a caramel colour all through, instead of the heavy chocolate or dark tobacco shade of Geitost. Vreemost is a local name for it. The American imitations are cylindrical and wrapped in tinfoil. End of chapter 20.